Some wounds do not close with time. They deepen, and if one is lucky, they form a wellspring from which hope may emerge. I, Ellis Stone, have learned this truth not from books or philosophers, but from the heavy ticking of fate and the silence that comes in the wake of great loss. After Burn, after young Albert's eyes had mirrored my own childhood awe, the purpose within me grew clearer. The mission was no longer about undoing my own pain. Instead, it became a tapestry of second chances, a mosaic of hope, offered quietly to those who could carry the torch. My family was gone, but maybe if I intervened wisely, I could help others hold on to what I had lost. My next destination was America, at the edge of the 20th century. A city roaring with ambition, steam, and the smell of new beginnings. New York, 1895. The air bristled with energy, both literal and figurative. Towers of brick and steel clawed upward from muddy ground. Electric lamps, a novelty to some, flickered uncertainly along avenues alive with carriages, shouting newsboys, and dreams both real and imagined. I blended in, one face among many, my long coat and unremarkable satchel concealing the device at my wrist. I had learned from Burn the importance of observation before action. History books remembered Edison as the wizard of Menlo Park, but I sought another name, Nikola Tesla. Visionary, outsider, a man whose mind danced with lightning, who saw futures even I struggled to comprehend. Tesla's laboratory was both sanctuary and prison, a haven of invention cluttered with copper coils, humming machinery, and a chaos that felt almost holy. Most evenings, the alley outside would crackle with static, and a faint blue glow would seep under the doors, promising wonders and dangers in equal measure. I stood across the street one evening as rain tapped gently at my shoulders. Tesla, gaunt and wild-eyed, paced his workshop. Even now, before he would become a myth, there was an aura about him, a loneliness, an ache that I recognized. In another timeline, perhaps he and I might have shared a conversation over midnight tea, or a mutual lament about the price of genius. But tonight, I was a ghost at the margins. My goal? Ensure that the most fragile of his inventions, the idea of wireless, peaceful energy, would survive the skepticism and sabotage of the coming years. The trick I'd learned was subtlety. Intervene too loudly, and history rebels. Too softly, and nothing changes at all. At midnight, I slipped through a side entrance, left unlocked by habit or hope. Shadows danced as coils hummed. Tesla was bent over his desk, a notebook open, hands moving in frantic, looping script. The walls were lined with blueprints, some fantastical, some half-burned. My heart raced. I watched, invisible to all but the ghosts of possibility. When Tesla finally retreated to a cot in the corner, exhausted and oblivious, I moved to his work table. There it was, A slim brown notebook, its cover scuffed, pages crowded with equations that glimmered like the stars. The future of energy, clean, abundant, and peaceful, rested within those sheets. I hesitated, the device on my wrist softly humming. My touch here would ripple through the centuries. I remembered burn. I remembered loss. I pressed the notebook deeper into the hidden compartment Tesla had built into the underside of his desk, a precaution he himself might not even recall until the right moment. My mission this night was not to make Tesla a conqueror, but a survivor. I scribbled a note in careful Serbian. The world is not ready for all your dreams, but some must survive. Trust the hidden path. And I slipped it inside. In the morning, perhaps, he would find it, or perhaps it would lay hidden until the world finally caught up with his vision. Before I left, I turned and caught a reflection in a darkened window. Across the alley, under the sickly glow of an incandescent light bulb, stood Thomas Edison himself. He was everything Tesla was not. Broad-shouldered, self-assured, a king among inventors. His eyes were narrowed, watching the lab across the street, forever wary of rivals. Ambition radiated from him, a hunger that built empires, but also burned bridges. I wondered, not for the first time, if progress was forged in friendship or rivalry, or both. Change, I whispered to the rain, doesn't always come from victory. Sometimes it's the survivor who plants the seed. What I could not see were the watchers. Far above, in a place beyond places, 3 ancient eyes turned their gaze toward the city. 2 were women, radiant and mysterious. The third, an old man with a beard of stars.
He is learning.
But does he know what he risks?
The thread cannot see the tapestry, yet he tugs it all the same.
My wrist device pulsed. Time to go. I melted into the night, letting the rain erase my footprints, letting history reclaim its secrets. In time's endless web, even a ghost's whisper can become a thunderclap. The notebook would survive. The dream of peaceful energy would endure, if only as a possibility. Perhaps, in another 100 years, it would inspire another mind, another torchbearer. I did not seek gratitude or glory. My own family's faces had long faded from photographs and memory, but their love, the idea of their love, remained. I carried it forward, moment to moment, thread to thread. My journey would continue. For every great name in history, there were 1,000 unsung souls whose lives could be changed by a small mercy, a hidden kindness. That was the lesson of New York, of Tesla, of the pulse that echoed from one inventor to another. It's not the brilliance of a single person that lights the world, but the careful tending of 1,000 sparks.